Welcome to my video. First, let me introduce myself. I am the Grumpy Easterner. And today we will take a look at a 87-year-old camera, the German twin lens reflex Rolleiflex, currently known as Rolleiflex Original. We will not go deep into technical data, product history, etc. If someone asks, I can do another video about that. We will do something more interesting. I will take you on a short journey through the countryside and we will take actual pictures. Just before we start, let me remind you, this is a fully functioning piece of equipment that is almost 90 years old. Take a look at your smartphone. How many more years do you think it will last? How long will your computer be working? Or your car? This is almost 90 years old and it still works. So let's go. I bought this camera several years ago for about $25. It was made in Germany in the early 30s and it survived until now. The camera works perfectly without any technical issues so far. I took it to the very northern tip of Scotland, to the southern part of Egypt near borders with Sudan in the Sahara Desert, to islands in the Mediterranean Sea, and now the biggest challenge of them all, our high-quality roads, also known as 50 Shades of Grey. Called so not only for their color scheme, but also for what it does to your rear parts. The first issue is loading the film. You want to do it in a place where there is at least some shade. If you are in a direct sunlight, the film might get exposed a bit. At least use your body to create some shade. Now, see, it is important to eat a lot, so in situations like this, you are fat enough to protect your gear from the sunlight. To load the film, I use 120 film here, you must lock the spool in the lower part of the camera. Take the covering paper and, yes, lock it there. Take the covering paper and slide it in the upper spool. If there is no upper spool, use an empty one from the last film. Then roll the film up. Okay, it is locked now. And we are rolling the film. Roll it until you see the arrows. The arrows are a thick black line. Yes, these ones. Okay. Now lock the back side of the camera into position. Secure it over there. And that's it. In this case, the negative size is 6 by 6 centimeters, which I believe is something by something in inches as well. There is space for about 12 negatives on the film, although with some cameras you can get different formats of negatives on the same type of film. Now let's find some interesting location to take pictures in. We have nice weather, let's hope it will stay this good for the rest of our trip. The camera takes some space in the bag, it is not as compact as some other cameras of that time, like Leica for example, but the upside is the quality of pictures. You will see. And we arrived at our first destination, a 300-year-old wooden bridge in the Highlands. So now, how to actually make a picture with a camera? The viewfinder is easy to use. A single button pop-up system. You press it and in a fraction of a second it creates a viewing tunnel. It has an integrated magnifying glass as well. It helps with more precise focusing. So how do we do that? On the side there is a knob. You turn it and the camera focuses from infinity to about portrait distance. After you set your desired shutter speed and aperture, you just wind the shutter and in a smooth motion take a picture. Do not forget to rewind the film afterwards. The camera allows double exposure, but that also means you must remember to always rewind the film. Also, it's not a good idea to lose the lens cover or the filters, so keep an eye on these tiny items. So let's see if we can take picture of the river from the bridge. So this is how it looks like taken with a digital camera. And let's see the film. Okay, good enough. This looks fine. The colors are a little bit off, which is due to my mistake. It was slightly overexposed. Now, let's go take more pictures in this region. There is quite interesting abbey nearby. I'll try to sneak in. Yes, we are here. 13th century abbey. It is currently in use. The nuns still live and work here. Note that the portal is in early Gothic style. The arch is not so tall, it is more robust, resembling the earlier Romanesque style. This is how people who have never seen a lion imagined a lion looks like. Okay, nice. Now let's ride. We still have several pictures to take, and I'm getting hungry. Fine. So this is a karst area. Limestone, a lot of green color, blue sky. One more point. This camera, if loaded with regular film, is capable of quite good resolution. You can make a print large enough to get life-size head portrait, for example. There were two types of lenses for this model. Mine is Tessar 80mm f4.5, the cheaper one. Considering the fact that almost all pictures in that time were direct prints or enlarged to a postcard size, the quality was even better than what best phones and regular compact digital cameras offer today. This, of course, is in terms of resolution. Colors, that is another issue entirely. It depends on the film. Digital technology has its mathematical limits. Film chemistry offers much larger variety of possibilities. So, on the way back, I took two more pictures. One is of a small Gothic church, and the other one of a castle nearby. Actually, this one is interesting. Winston Churchill spent his honeymoon here. So, at the end, this was just one roll of film. I have many more, most in black and white, some in color. Let me know in the comments if I should make another video and present them to you. Thank you for watching. Send a link to your friends.